Hey, good morning, everybody, with a cup of coffee from Elm Tree Island. This is Cliff Yates. Hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Bang that subscription button. And I am giving you a little different perspective today from the island. I'm actually at the other end of the island. This would be good for a thumbnail, right? This picture. Yeah, so I'm at the other end of the island, our private island here in the Thousand Islands. The cottage is on the north end. Now, this is the south end. This is the south end view that you get. A little bit different perspective than I normally fill my cup of coffee in the morning with. And you can see right over there is Dark Island, Singer Castle. If you look that up online, Singer Castle, you'll see the history from 1905 on. At one time, it was owned by people associated with Singer Sewing Machine. So when you go on the tour in there, and they give tours in the castle, you can you will see all of the different Singer sewing machines all around the castle, along with the armor. And it's a great old castle that they've really maintained well. And now it's owned by a corporation, and they just love giving tours, and they got a little gift shop in there and books on the history of the castle. But that's it right there off our private island. I would say it's probably a mile away. And just beyond the castle, 100 yards or so is Canadian waters. And then that landmass all the way over is Canada. But we're in New York State. This is New York State side of the Thousand Islands, over 1,864 islands. And this is our own private island. So I wanted to tip my cup to you this morning and give you a cup of coffee. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And I'll repeat that because in the vertical mode, I know people are jumping in and out of the shorts feed. So different people will be in and out. And so I like to say, when I think about it, subscribe, join a community of progress, and you can enjoy life to the fullest. I mean, that's what we're about on my channel, is about motivation, inspiration. How can we live our best life? How can we be our best to ourselves, which, what does it do? It benefits other people. And that's easy for me to talk about because I try to practice that every day. Even though I'm going through some tough times myself right now, in the struggle, I can rely on some of those tools that I've learned in personal growth, personal development. And I'm relying on those tools when I need them, just like someone who's working on something, they need the right tool for the job. And once you have those tools in your tool shed, then you can use them. But this is how peaceful it is this morning. Now, this it's going to be a beautiful day, 78, 80 degrees. Now, on the mainland, when it gets about 80, 85, humid, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Now, here on the island, because we're still getting that breeze off of a water that's in the low 60s, that's just like Florida. You're getting a nice breeze that's really, the temperature is tempered by the temperature of the water. And it's very, very comfortable, which is going to allow us, I got my buddy visiting here from California, we're going to be working on some projects. But the beauty, the up and the down of this is that we can start a day off just like this, nice and calm, sunny. I mean, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, it could be blowing. It could be 2.5, 3 foot white-capped waves out here. It could be raining, thunderstorm, and it could continue for a day or two, or it could end in a half hour. Kind of the beauty of the area. Sometimes unpredictable, and we get some severe storms like we did a few days ago, blow right in across Canada, right across us here. And then, it ripped off some roof fascia, which we're going to work on as one of our projects today. Just like today, we had to clean up goose poop off the decks because the other morning we woke up to a bunch of geese and their geeslings, whatever you call the babies, and they were eating the grass and pooping all over the deck. So we cleaned that up today. And that's probably maybe the end of our projects, except for working out today. We're going to hit the gym again. Other than that, we're going to enjoy God's gift to us here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, right where they made the dressing formula. So if you've ever had Thousand Island dressing, this is where it emanated and started from. There's a great history of these islands up here. You can check it out. Thousand Island region, upstate New York. I'm on Elm Tree Island, our personal island, handed down from the family. Subscribe to the channel. You're not going to be disappointed. Try to entertain you. I try to keep the energy up always because that's the best way to live life. Even though I'm going through some personal challenges right now, I rely now on those tools that I've learned over the past 30 years of personal growth, personal development, things that I've I've put in my toolbox to handle emotions and to handle what life throws at you, because no matter what happens and how great it is, life is going to happen to us all. Some of us know that it's a spiritual battle out there, and so we are going to get up every day with the full armor of God with us. Subscribe to the channel, everybody, and come on along. And I do a podcast also on personal growth, motivation, inspiration. So I film that also on this channel. It's a playlist, the podcast, but it's also available on iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, most of the podcast platforms. And I've been podcasting for a few years. And I actually started podcasting in 2005 before there were any really platforms for podcasting. I did Blog Talk Radio in 2005, but I stopped, and now I recently started the last 2.5, 3 years. So join me and all of us who are trying to be our best selves. How can we be better today than we were yesterday? And in so doing, not only are we fulfilled, but people around us get the benefits, right, of our better self. That's why we do it, not just for ourselves, because we're actually serving other people. All right, that's it for me as far as I'm sharing personal growth stuff. I'm going to enjoy God's gift to us all here in the Thousand Island. If you ever get a chance, you got to come visit. You can visit me, or you can visit one of the towns along the way here in this 20-mile stretch of the St. Lawrence River, the amazing Thousand Island region. Subscribe to the channel, everybody. You will not be disappointed. Like I was saying earlier, I'm on the south end of our island. This is the other end. The cottage is on that end. I wanted to give a little different perspective. So if you watched my morning video yesterday, cup of coffee, and you can check that out, you'll see that I was down by the cottage, down by the docks, and down by our boats. But here I'm on the other end, facing Canada, and it's just wide open right here. It's a wide open area of the river. This is actually, it looks like a lake. It's actually the St. Lawrence River. It's one of the widest places of the river. It's 4 or 5 miles wide from New York shore to the Canadian shore. And all the big ships, we don't have any ships going by right now, but that's the main shipping channel right there. And we get to sit here at night, daytime, whenever, and watch the ships go up and down the St. Lawrence Seaway, where the oil tankers and the delivery vessels go into the Great Lakes to deliver their goods or pick up goods and take it over to Europe, back and forth. Subscribe to the channel, everybody. It's the Cliff Yates channel. Don't be shy. Bang the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Leave me a question on this. If you have any questions about the Thousand Island region, leave me a question. I'll answer it. I like to interact with people. My channel is still so small that I can interact personally with you, answer your questions, and we can interact. And it also helps the channel when you leave a comment, leave a like, share it with somebody who might want to see it or hear it. And if you get a chance, visit the Thousand Islands. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. I talk to people all over the world, and some people say they've never heard of the Thousand Islands. I never heard of the place. And other people say, I was there once as a kid. I remember going to Alexandria Bay. I remember seeing pirate ships, and they had a little celebration. And I haven't been back in 30 years, but I'd like to go. I remember it as being magical. And it is magical. So come, visit, check it out. If anything, you can go to my playlist, which has the island life, and you're going to see all sorts of videos of the aerial view of my island and also the area. And I've made several videos, and you'll get an idea of what it's like. All right, everybody, join the community of progress, because your best self is coming. The best is yet to come. I'm Cliff Yates, everybody. Subscribe, and good morning with a cup of coffee from Elm Tree Island.